You'd have to be a little bit of a fool to be in combat sports, whether it be boxing, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, any other ones where there's head impact involved, and not be a little bit concerned about the long-term repercussions. I want to share with you today something that I just saw, it was about a month ago, but it popped up again, and it's world-renowned doctor reveals 3 surprising ways to stimulate new brain cell growth in the hippocampus. So we're going to talk about that. Now I want to first let it be said that I am not an expert in this field whatsoever. I do know that impact to the head, concussions, whether they come in a severe form or a minor form, are not good for you. But I cannot tell you that getting hit in the head and then doing the things we're going to talk about today will in any way reverse the effects of damage to the brain. But I do know from the years and years that I have been competing, the head impact, albeit minor, that I have taken as a professional fighter is still not good. But I know that I am able to get up, do all the functions that I used to do, still feel sharp as a tack. And I wonder now, because there's always these ongoing concerns about fighters' head impact, I wonder if some of it is because of what we're going to talk about today. These 3 reasons that you can help stimulate the brain and have new cell growth within the brain. I want to remind everybody that there are only a couple days left to get your order in for my limited edition Strike Ready fight gear. Make sure you guys hit the link down below or right up there so that you are able to get your pre-order in and grab this awesome shorts and jersey before they are all gone and you're not able to get them again. Now, of course, as I already said, when you're talking, just about the hippocampus getting stimulated, maybe there are other areas of the brain that are getting damaged when you take impact. So this is not something where I'm saying, yeah, go spar really, really, really hard and then do these 3 things and you don't have to worry. No, you should always be worried about the effects of getting hit a lot. And that's why, for the most part, outside of training camp, and I only do 2 fights a year, outside of those, I don't spar. Unless somebody really needs help, then I'll go in and I'll spar. But really, I boil it down to probably about 6 weeks, twice a year where I spar. But when I do it and I jump back in, I always get that little bit of a, like my head's actually sore. It's not my brain where I'm going, my brain's sore, but just the actual skull. You take some shots there, it gets a little sore because I'm not used to it. I'm always conditioning my legs, always conditioning my arms. Those feel strong, but yeah, I started sparring again and feels a little tender up here and I know I'm being hit. I know that's what's causing it and I know it's not good for my brain. So these 3 things that we're going to talk about today, who knows? Maybe throughout the years doing them have been beneficial. Number 1, cold water exposure. It says ending your hot shower with a burst of cold water might seem uncomfortable, but it's powerful. The sudden cold triggers a stress response that releases BDNF, promoting new brain cells. Cold exposure also increases blood flow and wakes up the nervous system, giving you an energy boost while strengthening resilience. I know so many people now are into the cold baths, cold showers, ice baths, Wim Hof, all that kind of stuff. And I remember about a month ago talking with my brother, the one who did boxing. And he started, when he was doing his amateur boxing, he started coming training with me and I would drag him off for these ice baths, much to my dismay and his dismay. And he was saying the other day, he's like, man, everybody's so into this cold stuff. We were doing it way before it was cool. And yeah, it's true. I started doing this, I think, in 2007 because my body was so sore all the time because I was training so hard. And I went, what are any possible ways to reduce this lactic acid that is just making it excruciating to climb up a flight of stairs in between training? I found out about cold therapy. I went, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Our oceans here are not warm, so I would just go out to the ocean. Sometimes I would fill up a bath, Now it's awesome because I have my own ice bath outside. But this is something I've been doing for a long time. We're closing in on 20 years of cold therapy. And if you haven't started doing it, maybe it's something you should. I only did it for my body. I did not think about anything brain related, but there you go. That's what this doctor is saying. And apparently she is world renowned. I don't know if that necessarily means what she's saying is right, but she is world renowned. Hopefully that's in a positive way when they say that. The next thing is fasting. Skipping meals might sound challenging, but an 18-hour fast can do wonders for brain health. When the body isn't constantly digesting food, it has a chance to focus on repair, activating processes that promote brain cell growth. Fasting triggers the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports the growth and survival of new neurons, especially in the hippocampus. So, fasting. It's not something I'm great at, and I will be honest with that. Obviously, when it comes to fights, I do have to do the diets, and I've got to do the weight cut. But I don't just go, oh no, I'm not eating food at all. That wouldn't be good for me. So I do want to get into these longer fasts. It's not something that I've ever enjoyed because I constantly am eating throughout the day, as opposed to those people who eat like 2 big meals a day. I do more like 6, kind of graze, smaller meals. But this will be something I add in. I've been hoping to do it in 2024, and I didn't get around to it. So 2025, I'm going to probably try and break into the, I'm going to say 48 hour. Now she says 18 hours, so it is very realistic that I have done 18-hour fasts, especially as we start getting into weight cutting time. And there's a good chance that the weight drop that we're talking about is going to do a whole bunch as well for what this is stating will help you. But yes, I have read a lot about these 2-day or 3-day water fasts, and it's something that I'm interested in, although, like I said, I have not tried it. The last one that we were talking about is high intensity interval training. You guys are all doing that. Maybe not in the form that she says, because I watched a little video and she said just sprint as fast as you can up a hill for 30 seconds, walk back down, that's your break, do it again. I do loads of that. And maybe not all of you are doing that, but you are certainly, if you're involved in combat sports, doing this HIIT training. Bursts of intense exercise like sprinting up a hill activate BDNF and increase blood flow to the brain, supporting neurogenesis, which is the growth of the new brain cells. High intensity interval training also improves oxygenation, reducing inflammation and improving brain function over time. Short, intense intervals aren't just good for fitness, they're also excellent for brain health. So that one right there is very positive. And I've always been a big fan of telling you guys on the channel, just in terms of fight sports, that doing running for like 10 kilometers at a slow pace is not ideal for this style of fighting. Maybe if you're doing 12 rounds of boxing, there's a place for it, but not for 3 3-minute rounds. It's just not necessary. And according to this, we want to be doing it for brain health, keeping things short, fast, and explosive. So there are some ways that potentially we can counter the effects of the impact that we're taking to the head with this sport that we've chosen, and do something good for our brain. We have our fasting, we have our cold water exposure, and we have our fast explosive training, where we're really stimulating, maybe more growth up in the brain. I think that's pretty awesome. So you guys can let me know what you think. There's probably a lot of experts out there who know more than me, and I'm not stating that this is 100% gonna work. I just saw it and went, cool. I like the sound of this, and I want to share it with everybody on my channel. But as always, guys, stay safe in your sparring. Yes, I'm in camp. Yes, I have to make sure that I am taking some shots, because just doing pitter-patter stuff, I don't think it gets your timing on. It doesn't have you recreate what the fight might be like, so I do have to get hit. But like I said, I'm not doing this weekly or even monthly throughout the year. Short, concise times where I'm actually training for something. And outside of that, it's just playing around, having fun, staying in shape. So I'll see you guys back here soon for another video. Thank you for joining me today.